Give you some of the newspaper headlines that are trending in the country today. Every day new things keep happening. Let me start with the Daily Sun this morning. If you look at Daily Sun here, it's saying Tinubu on the major headline. It's saying Tinubu moves to stop Chicago University, wants institution not to release details on gender, transcript, other academic record, but only certificate. Even though many have questioned this aspect to say that if you went to the university, why stopping them to release your gender and other records that you have in there? Then also on the window page here, it's an FG begs for more time as Labour meets to decide on indefinite strike. Nothing can be done until Tinubu is back. That is what the Minister of Labour is saying along there on page 8 of Daily Sun paper. Then if you look here, down here you see Kanu Emir Sanusi hits APC hard. Says government under ruling party has set Nigeria 40 years backward. That is what Sanusi, former CBN governor and the emir of former emir of Kano State, saying here that the ruling All Progressive Congress government have hit the nations back 40 years backward since they started ruling there. Okay, then let's look at other some of the window headings that we have here. Seeking investors abroad, waste of time. That's what Obi is saying on page 28-27. Then LP taking back Nigeria will come without violence. That's what Peter Obi is saying also there. No cause for alarm over fire incident. Supreme Court, we suspect foul play. PDP accusing, recently the Supreme Court office was set ablaze, and then PDP is saying we're suspecting the foul play there, and then Supreme Court also is coming to assure Nigerians that there's no cause for alarm over the flame that set over the fire incident that we have there in the Supreme Court. Then it's a noise throat infection key 453 in 9 months. Urgent vaccination effort underway. Suspected case hit 11,000. Tribunal dismisses Jandok revival petition. Affirms Sanwo-Olu's election on page 28 of Daily Sun this morning. Then adopted 13 Zamfara students, 3 others regain freedom. Thank God for that freedom that we have there over the adopted student. Then Daily Trust is saying on the window page 39,526 pending cases at appeal court. Justice Dongan mentioned on page 6 of the paper. You find more details on that. Then Custom intensifies action to contain illegal wildfire trade, page 3. Then INEC to hold mock accreditation in Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa State. Of course, the off-cycle election that we'll be having very soon. The INEC is to conduct a mock election accreditation over there. Then expert decry government inaction as diphtheria spread to 18 states. Then Kano Lisa disease kill 553. Then infect 7,222. Then improve measures key to ending scourge. That's what experts are saying. They can find on page. Then edging up for low-key independence anniversary, city's economic reality. Then Senator Screen Cardoso and other CBN nominees today. Then gunmen kidnap Benio Commissioner SLG chair. That is what you have there on there. Then FG Zamfara spat over alleged deals with bandage. The Zamfara state governors come up to allege that the federal government, that they've been in secret talk with bandits in that state, but there seems to be a reaction from the federal government out there. Let's look at this day. Okay, on the window page here, APC is saying Shaibu traumatized by Atiku Syria electoral fail. Okay, then SVP 8 dares FG to release details of petrol landing cars. That is that in Bayelsa State. Then this also, yes, we're seeing here on the major page, Senate to screen nominees for CBN governor. Then deputies today, the ministerial nominees, October 3rd. You can see the faces. We can see Cardoso there. Wale Edun also, the Minister of Economy, and then other key stakeholders within the financial sector. Okay, let's quickly give you what the Guardian paper is saying. So there have been an inflation rate. Of course, the rate of naira to dollar skyrocketing. I saw on one of the papers today 1,050 naira. But what we have here is $1. So you can see the face of the design. I'd like the camera to put it a bit zoom it so we can see what is in there. So if you're looking at the face here, so Cardoso has to deal with one, spiking inflation, okay, then volatile exchange rate, then 6.8 billion backlog, then contentious 22.7 trillion ways and means advances, then ambiguous external reserves, falling bank adequacy ratio, and high interest rate. So if you look here on the design, this is the design here depicts naira and dollar, and this is $1 going for 1,000 naira. So much for the acting CBN governor to deal with, Cardoso. A lot of things happen in the country, so a lot of work for him here. And these have been highlighted here, the things that he needed to deal with: spiking inflation, volatile exchange rate, and all of that. So let's come down now. Nigeria to reduce oil sector contracting cycle to 6 months. The Ondo deputy governor approaches court to stop impeachment. Akérèdọ́lù came back and they want to file an impeachment to the deputy governor there. The Nigerian record 7,202 diphtheria cases for 453 deaths. I think Kanu leading in that number there. Then Labour to declare indefinite strike, mobilizes State Council for showdown. East-West Road still abandoned, hardly 17 years. That could be coming from the Minister of Works, David Omai. Let's look at business this morning. Nigeria needs urgent structural reforms to attract investment, World Bank. Okay, then cement may hit 9,000 per bag, manufacturers lament. I don't know if young men like us will actually have that capacity to build houses at this time, while we're having inflation in almost everything in the country. 9,000 is not an easy one. I don't know how many bags it will take to build even a one-bedroom apartment, but let's see how that pans out. But a lot of things need to be dealt with here. We saw the Guardian giving the issues that the country is facing, and this could be the result of the hike in cement. All right, then Sagamo killings, APC, PDP trade blames. It's not time for us to blame another. It's time for us to take decisive actions on the happenings in the country and not to pour blame to each other here. Let's quickly look at Tribune this morning. In the major headlines, Tribune here, it said FG Zamfara government trade wars over negotiation with Bandit. You saw the governor of Zamfara state coming to allege the federal government of having secret meetings with Bandit, but it's a varsity confirmed rescue of 13 students and 3 others. You can find that on page 13 of Tribune paper. On the window page here, it said diphtheria spread across 105 local government areas in 18 states, kills 453 children. The nomination open for 2023 Obafemi Awolowo Leadership Prize. Okay, then here, police arrest impeach Ogun LG boss Adebayo. Then tribunal opposes Sanwo-Olu's victory and dismisses PDP and LC petition. Then government keep Benue commissioner. We saw that in one of the papers earlier. Then down here, twist in Akérèdọ́lù deputy feud. The fight that have been going on between Akérèdọ́lù and his deputy governor. Of course, there's a twist to that site. All right, let's just look at 2 more papers and then we'll round up. Leadership is saying Ababio Abbas moved to pacify aggrieved lawmakers. There seems to be some hullabaloo in the National Assembly. Then he's saying Ababio is moving here to pacify the aggrieved lawmaker, to swap committee members. Members intensify lobby, then budget, electoral act, economy, constitution review, top agenda. Then Senate screen new CBN governor and deputies today. And here we see the face of Nyesom Wike and some key persons in the country. Telegraph is saying custom intercept 1.64 billion explosive device material and others. Seize it armored bullion van without end user certificate. I mean, it's so funny in this country that we are dealing with the issue of insecurity. We have government on board, and yet there seems to be a lot of issues. I mean, this is not funny. Government seizing explosive, what 1.64 billion is not a funny one. I think government needs to answer a lot of these questions. Let's stop trading with the lives of Nigerians. Insecurity should have been tackled as at now that we are. Well, we're wrapping it up here today at the newspaper stand. I am Austin Beatrice Sinum. Follow us on all our programs and the vendor where we have intense argument, or rather Nigerians giving their views here. You can follow us on all our social media handles, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and all of that, and get more of the program that we give out to Nigerians.